Hello everyone, a very good afternoon to all of you and welcome back once again on the YouTube channel of Byjus Exam Prep. Now friends, we are continuing this series of sessions and one by one we are helping all the aspirants for MBA for the preparation of these examinations. Now, with a lot of major examinations, a lot of big examinations already over, we are left with another two big examinations, MHCT and CMAT. Now, we have already started sessions for MHCT, and today, this is the first session that we are going to conduct for CMAT 2024. Now, friends, a lot of you must be preparing for CMAT examinations. Over the past few days, I have received a lot of queries from the students regarding this examination. So we thought of starting this series of sessions for CMAT 2024 with the most important thing that everybody will require at the beginning of his or her preparation, the examination pattern as well as the syllabus. Yes. So friends, CMAT 2024, right now we don't have any formal notification as far as the forms of CMAT 2024 is concerned, as far as the date of CMAT 2024 is concerned. So we don't have any formal information about that. But if we'll go by the uh, if we go with the schedule of the previous year, then the notification came somewhere in the first week of February in last year in 2023, and the form filling started, I believe, like if I'm not wrong, so it started from February, and the examination was in the first week of May. So if we'll Sonali, it will soon come. So already you have some results. So that result, as per the official website, I think it is expected to come in the third week of January. Okay, but you never know. There may be a delay, or the result may come a little early as well. So I don't have any formal information about that. So I'm also waiting for that result, like you. Okay. So, friends, CMAT 2024, I was talking about that. So, if I'll go with the schedule of previous year, then you may expect the examination to happen somewhere in the month of May. All right. Now, to start the preparation for CMAT, I would say that you don't require anything new to do in three of these sections, like quant, logical reasoning, and verbal. Okay, you just need to look at the paper pattern, the type of questions that came in the last 3 or 4 years of CMAT. Now, you will require to do additional preparation for two of the sections of CMAT, right? So we'll be discussing briefly about all these things, about the paper pattern and the syllabus that you need to prepare for CMAT 2024. All right. So friends, let's begin with this session. So this was the scheme of the examination, or I call it the pattern of the examination. So I have taken this from the official website. Okay, this was how it was displayed the last year. Like I told you that this year we have not got any formal information, any formal notification from the authorities. Okay, so I'll be going with everything that or all the information that I have from the past year. All right. So this is what I have from the last year. So this is how the paper pattern, this is how the examination looked like previous year. Okay. Now, CMAT examination, the entire examination was divided in five different sections. Now, section number one, quantitative techniques and data interpretation. So there is no separate section for data interpretation. Data interpretation questions you can find in the same section as that of quantitative aptitude. You can say quantitative techniques. The syllabus is same. The name is different. Okay. So in this section, there were 20 questions. The weightage of every question was 4. So the maximum marks for this section was 80. Or I should say that the entire CMAT examination having 100 questions was divided in 5 sections of 20 questions each, right? Now let's talk about these 5 sections one by one. Now, quantitative techniques and data interpretation will have the questions of quant and one or maximum two sets of data interpretation. Then logical reasoning, again having 20 questions. Language comprehension, which will have the questions from verbal ability as well as reading comprehension, a total of 20 questions. Next section was general awareness, in which they will be testing you on current affairs as well as a static GK. And there were 20 questions in that. And this is one different section. I'll not call it a new section because it was definitely there the last year as well. So innovation and entrepreneurship. Yes, this is a new section. All right. I'll say that this is a different section, but not a new section. This is a different section as compared to other examinations. So in no other examination, you will find this section of innovation and entrepreneurship. Okay. Now, soon we'll be discussing about the paper, the syllabus of this examination. But before that, let's look at some of the important pointers of this examination. All right. Okay. Now moving ahead, marking scheme, talking about that. So each question carries 4 marks, right? So there were 100 questions in this examination. 100 multiplied by 4 is 400. So the total weightage of the entire examination is 400 marks. For each correct response, a candidate will get 4 marks. And for each incorrect response, 1 mark will be deducted from the score. There is no negative marking for unattempted or unanswered questions. Okay. Now to answer a question, the candidate needs to choose one option as correct option. So for every question, there is only one answer that is correct. Now point number 6 and point number 7, right now it is not required. This is basically the process of challenging the answer keys and so on and so forth. So in case you feel that there is any mistake in the examination, then this particular thing will come into play. Otherwise, you can just right now ignore that. All right. So this is the examination pattern and the marking scheme. All right. Okay. Now, moving forward, let's talk about each of these sections one by one. Right. So I'll start from the first section, which is quantitative aptitude and data interpretation. Okay. Now, the elements that will be tested in this section are arithmetic, algebra, number systems, geometry, modern mathematics, these 5 areas from quantitative aptitude and data interpretation. Obviously, all the questions of data interpretation are based on reading and understanding the data that will be given to you. Okay, everything is in mathematical form. There will be some numbers which will be given in the form of a table or bar graph, pie chart, line chart, and so on and so forth. You will have to read and understand the data and answer the questions which are based on that. Okay. Suryaditya, you are asking when will the registration start for CMAT? Suryaditya, as far as the official notification is concerned, there is nothing like that that we have received from the authorities. Okay, if I'll go by the schedule of last year, like I have already mentioned in this session only, so you can expect the registration to begin from the first or second week of February. All right. अभी हमारे पास कोई notification नहीं है. We don't have anything like that. राइट लास्ट ईयर के हिसाब से बता रहा हूं मैं सो यू कैन एक्सपेक्ट द नोटिफिकेशन टू स्टार्ट इन फर्स्ट और सेकेंड वीक ऑफ फेब्रुवरी okay but never please like you don't have to worry about the notification. Definitely as soon as the notification will be out, every student will get to know about that. Okay, so do not worry at all about the notification. ठीक है, चलिए आगे चलते हैं. So these are the areas, these are the 6 areas that you need to prepare for quantitative aptitude and data interpretation section. Okay, now talking about the level of difficulty of each of these areas. So arithmetic and algebra, these are, we believe that these are the 2 most important areas for each and every examination. In CMAT, it is not like that. I'm not saying that arithmetic and algebra are not important, but I'm saying that number systems, geometry, and modern maths are equally important areas when we compare them with arithmetic and algebra, right? Generally, in CAT, we have seen that majority of the questions, more than 60% of the questions comes from arithmetic and algebra. But CMAT के एग्जाम में हमने देखा, लास्ट ईयर भी ऐसा हुआ था, ईयर बिफोर दैट भी हमने एक्सपीरियंस किया था, that there were 2 or 3 questions from modern maths, 2 or 3 questions from geometry. So if you have a total of 20 questions in this section, from which you may get one entire set on data interpretation, let's say 4 or 5 questions of data interpretation. So out of those 15 questions, if we are getting 2 or 3 questions on modern mathematics, geometry, as well as number systems, then we can say that these three areas are equally important when we compare them with arithmetic and algebra. Okay, so बहुत सारे स्टूडेंट्स ने मुझसे पूछा था कि लाइक कैट में जैसे स्टूडेंट्स पूछते हैं, लाइक दे इंक्वायर मी when they are preparing for CAT examination, that can we leave modern mathematics, can we leave geometry if we don't have a lot of time to prepare for. Now, in case you will be asking the same question for CMAT examination, I will never advise you to leave any area. What I can say is you must prepare for each and every area of quant. Number system के basic concepts पता होने चाहिए. Like if I talk about the classification of numbers, the concept of LCM and HCF with their application, finding the unit digits, tens digits, right? The concept of factorial, finding the highest power of any prime number in the factorial of any number. So the concepts like this, you must study each and every concept. Right now, you have plenty of time. You have somewhere around 4 months for the examination. January, February, March, April. लास्ट ईयर एग्जाम जो हुआ था मई में हुआ था. सो उस हिसाब से टाइम बहुत है हमारे पास. So you can prepare on each and every area. Also, if you have already prepared for the other examinations earlier, नारसी मुंजी, स्नैप, कैट, जैट, ये 4 एग्जाम्स तो हो चुके हैं. So if you have prepared for these examinations, then you don't have to worry. You just have to look at the level of difficulty and the type of questions that we get in CMAT examination. All right. So these are the things that you need to prepare for. Uh, First week of May, I guess. Okay, किसका आंसर था सर? When CMAT exam going to be? So Pujal Kadam, last year CMAT का exam first week of May में हुआ था. Okay. Now this year, right now there is no notification. Sir also suggest the top 5-6 B schools through CMAT. Sahil, I'll be definitely conducting a separate session and will suggest you not only 5-6 but 10 to 15 colleges from each and every part of the country for CMAT examination, right? Okay, so do not worry at all. All these types of sessions will be conducted by us. Sir, should we have to fill separate form for CAP? Sonali, you will have to wait for that. So you are talking about the CAP procedure for fine. So you don't have to fill any separate form. So you don't have to pay anything. Basically, this is what I mean, right? Obviously, you will be needing to fill some information which you will be getting from respective colleges. All right. Okay, great. Now moving ahead and going to the next section. So the next section is of logical reasoning and like obviously logical reasoning. So in logical reasoning, you will get two different types of questions. You will get quant-based reasoning and you will get verbal-based reasoning, right? Analytical reasoning and verbal reasoning. So in analytical reasoning, or in this entire section of 20 questions, these are the topics from which the questions have been asked, right? So if I talk about analytical reasoning, so blood relations, direction senses, coding and decoding, numbers and letter series, questions on Venn diagrams, arrangements, groupings, rankings, इस type के questions मिलेंगे. Now there may be some independent questions. There may be some questions which will come in the form of a set of 2 or 3 questions, right? Now, talking about verbal reasoning. So you may find questions from analogies, logical consistency, statement, assumptions, arguments, and so on and so forth. Also, in the previous year, we have seen, or in the previous years, we have seen some questions on visual reasoning as well. Visual reasoning, you must be knowing these type of questions. MHCT में बहुत famous है questions. So visual reasoning में क्या होता है? There will be some pictures that will be given to you. So either you'll have to complete the series or you'll have to find out the missing pictures, or questions of visual reasoning comes in the form of analogies as well. So different types of questions may come from visual reasoning also. All right. So these are some areas we need to focus in logical reasoning. Now moving ahead and looking at the next section. Just give me 1 second. All right. Okay. So these are the areas that you will get in language. So the third section. So obviously reading comprehension will definitely be a part of the examination. Sentence correction, finding error in a sentence, questions based on vocabulary like antonyms and synonyms, or their usage, their contextual usage may come in the form of fill in the blanks, idioms and phrases, foreign language words, and parajumbles, right? So these are the different types of questions that will be there in 20 questions of language. Okay, so this is a normal examination up till this point, but after that, there will be certain things that you will have to prepare separately for this particular examination. So one thing is innovation and entrepreneurship. Okay, so this is one section that you will never see in any other examination, the section of innovation and entrepreneurship. Okay, now you can find a lot of books which are there in the market. So just pick up one book. I'll also be suggesting you some books in the upcoming sessions wherein we'll be conducting separate sessions on innovation and entrepreneurship. Okay, but these are certain areas from which the questions have appeared in the previous year paper of CMAT examination, right? So have a look at this area. You may take a snapshot. You may just list out these areas and start reading on these areas over the internet. Okay, internet पे भी read कर सकते हो, and you will not get very difficult questions from these areas. Okay, so innovation and entrepreneurship, the different areas are like first of all for innovation and its types, stages of innovations, innovation framework, management, risks. Okay, then, if I'll go into entrepreneurship, then theory of entrepreneurship, entrepreneur as an innovator, different challenges they face, legal structure of a startup, role of government in promoting entrepreneurship, types of companies, fundings of startups, and so on and so forth. So these are different areas from which the questions have come in the previous year paper of CMAT examination in this particular section of innovation and entrepreneurship. All right. So these are areas that you'll have to prepare. Like I told you that again, there are books which are available in the market. So just grab one book and start reading it from now. Okay. Do not cram anything. ठीक है, cram करने से कोई फायदा नहीं होगा. All right. So just read that book once over the next 20 days and then just keep reading that book again and again. जितना ज्यादा read करोगे उतना ज्यादा retain होगा, and then you will be able to apply all those things in the questions which will be asked in the section of innovation and entrepreneurship. Right? Now the last section, general awareness. So again, these are the areas from which the questions have been asked in the previous year papers of CMAT, right? So this is very diverse, national and international affairs, right? It's a big thing. Sports, science, technology, awards, business and economy, Indian polity, history, geography, books and authors, important dates, right? Now, if I talk about important days and dates, so whatever has happened, like whatever major things have happened in the last, I'll say 8 to 10 months duration, you must be knowing all those things, right? Now, generally, the paper will be set by the end of March, maximum by the end of March. So starting from, I would say, June, July 2023 till February, March 2024, whatever important things have happened nationally, internationally, right? You must remember the dates and days of that. All right. Then talking about the brands and their taglines, different questions on arts and culture, right? So all these things you must be aware of. This is what we call general awareness, right? So friends, these are certain things that you need to start working if you want to crack CMAT examination. Now in future, I'll be conducting or we will be conducting different sessions on each and every section of CMAT as well. Right now, the students who are preparing for CMAT, what you can do is you can also watch the sessions which we are conducting on MHCT. Maharashtra CT का exam hai, right? So we are also conducting sessions for MHCT. So those who are preparing for CMAT examination, they also must attend the sessions which we are conducting on MHCT, especially on quant, reasoning, and verbal ability. All right, you all must attend these sessions. So, friends, that's all from my side for today. In case you want us to conduct any session in coming future, so you can send us the request for the same, and we will incorporate those sessions in the upcoming days. All right. So friends, that's all from my side. What you can do is you can get social with us on all these social media platforms. Just give me one second. Okay, so you can get social with us on all these social media platforms. Thank you for being a part of this session. Have a wonderful time. Bye bye.